Today I want to talk to you about the French rapping prodigy who is generating international buzz right now, Serane. For those who do not know him yet, let me give you a quick introduction. Serane is a French-Argentinian rapper who lives in Paris and started making music in early 2020 during the first COVID lockdown. His earliest work that I could find is the tape Pas de Casquette 2 on SoundCloud, which means No Cap 2. On this project he raps over dark Plugg and regular Plugg beats and even has a feature from 10K Duncan, a Plugg OG from Atlanta. Serane continued rapping over classic Plugg beats on his next album Prise Musique, which literally means Plugg music and which is the name of his own label as well. On this album he linked up with notable underground producers like Mexico Dro, Stupid Cool and Chefkoch. Serane really got some of the beat Plugg's veterans on this tape, which is absolutely remarkable as an artist from Europe. This just shows that music has no borders, and even as a French teenager you can still be tapped in with the US underground scene. That connection with 10K Duncan and the American producers opened a new world for Serane. Thanks to his new contacts, Serane managed to build a small fan base in the US and Canada because they were already used to hearing Plugg beats. And because Serane mixes the French language with English words while rapping, the American fans could even understand a small amount of his lyrics. By now it should be clear that Serane had no intention of staying local, he wanted to go global. And in Europe his music was being praised as a kind of new wave style of rapping, as the majority of European rap listeners were not familiar with the Plugg subgenre yet. Thanks to the Prise Musique album, Serane introduced the sound to his European fanbase. His song Pardonne Moi even went a bit viral and sits at 1.1 million streams today. In 2021, Serane released his next album Pas de Casquette 3. On this project he rapped and sang over Plugg instrumentals and even used a West Coast beat. As he was tapped into the American music scene, Serane got features from Chefkoch, Flea, 10K Duncan and Mookie again. And he even made a track with Summers, one of the biggest names in the US Plugg and B scene. Serane managed once again to assemble some of the underground Avengers on one album, and all that while living on another continent. That is extremely impressive. Serane was not done that year. In 2021 he also made a sequel Prise Musique 2, in which he linked up with Plugg veterans Diego Money and Atlanta Smoke, but also featured Cash Dami, who was more of a newcomer at that time. This is the album that got me into Serane's music, and I really enjoy this project to this day. The songs on here sound smooth and euphoric, and Serane raps a lot about fashion, which makes sense because he modeled for Vêtements before starting his music career. His outfits are very avant-garde for a rapper, just check out his Instagram and you will understand what I mean. Serane is really in his own lane and is actually trying to be unique, which I respect a lot. In April of 2022, Serane dropped a music video for his new song Cut, which was produced by Evil Gianni and Harrison from Surf Gang. This video was filmed in Iceland and edited by Moshpit, one of the best videographers in the underground. Serane was the first non-English speaking artist featured on Moshpit's channel, and thanks to that video, he became even more known in the American underground community. Now let's talk about my favorite project, Prise World, which means Plugg World, and dropped in June of 2022. On this album, Serane diversified his sound a lot as he used some dark Plugg, rage, sample drill and vapor trap beats to rap on. This project includes features from dark Plugg legend Slimecito and RSG member BZB for example. He also made an homage track for the DMV artist Gunyu and the Canadian prodigy Jeune Lou, who were pretty close to Serane and sadly passed away, rest in peace to both. My favorite track is Trend, a beautiful sample drill song. This project really proves Serane's pure talent as he was able to carry any beat. He even had a release show in Paris, which I attended. Serane's performance was good and the album was greatly appreciated by the fans. We were only like 50 people, but the energy was unmatched. In May of 2023, Serane came back with the project SGPM, short for Surf Gang Prise Musique, which was executively produced by the producer collective Surf Gang. This album featured some more experimental Plugg beats as well as sample drill instrumentals and a bit more aggressive vocals and cadences by Serane. My favorite track is SGB, the beat is really amazing. Thanks to this tape, Serane solidified his position in the US underground once more, and by working so close with Surf Gang, I'm sure that many doors opened themselves for Serane with new connections in the US music scene. He also had his first overseas show in New York City in June of 2023, which is again remarkable as an artist from France, and this definitely brought him closer to his US-American fanbase. As a conclusion, Serane definitely is a prodigy for underground rap and he's bound to blow up in my opinion. From working with underground artists and producers to getting featured on Moshpit's YouTube channel and playing overseas shows, Serane's future shines very bright and I am hyped for his next albums. I hope that I could convince some of you to go check out his music and give this French talent and the rest of the French underground scene a chance, because we really got amazing music that is on the same qualitative level as the US underground. With that being said, thank you for watching, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment which artists I should cover next. Cheers!